FlossTube.
Hello, FlossTube.
I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is
Just Keep Stitching, episode 187. 4 plus 3 plus 20 plus 30 plus 30 plus 50 plus 25 plus 20 plus 2 plus 3 is 187. Cause math, I think. When the even numbers help, but when they throw in the 30, I get a little bit twisted. Okay.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
It's Sunday. It's time for another episode of Just Keep Stitching.
It is. That's why you're here.
I'm Pam. She's Steph.
Just like we just said.
I'm the mom. She's the daughter. Channel about cross stitch.
This is it. Welcome to it.
Super Bowl Sunday for those who follow football.
We do not.
We do not necessarily.
I know that the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are playing. They're playing in Tampa, and Fiona the Hippo chose the Bucks to win.
Okay. Well,
I don't care.
Old man Brady's playing for the Bucks, so we'll see.
He is?
Yes.
Wow, cool. Don't follow football, Pam, so why would I know?
I don't know, but I follow enough to know. Anyway, how are you?
We're great. We're great. Hello, Pam.
Yeah, enough bickering.
Yes. It's a channel about
hope
love.
you've had a good week. We had a pretty normal week, and then we had a big day yesterday, which we'll tell you about.
Yes.
But we hope that you got some stitching in. We hope that you're dealing with the snow suitably if you got some. And we saw more on our trip yesterday than we have at home, and that was only 2 hours away. So everybody's different.
We have a light dusting,
and
if you
it's very, very cold here.
Bitter cold.
Very, very cold.
The cold that your bones can feel.
Yeah,
which is fun.
No precipitation to speak of.
Correct.
So, let's see. Let's talk about what?
Our week. So, normal week. Otherwise, and then yesterday we made a little day trip, if you will. We went up to Craft Gallery, which is in Findlay, Ohio. It is 2 hours from our door to their door.
Yeah. Steph and I and my good friend Vicky, and she drove all the way up and all the way back, and then all the way back to her house in Florence. And she was a trooper, and I think we all enjoyed just getting on the road, and boy, when we got there, it was really, really busy. Good for them.
Yeah. I mean, it was Saturday.
It didn't peter out until almost close to us heading back home. Yep. But my main reason for suggesting we go was I wanted to have Paula frame my Pam's mane. And
that's where we take most of our framing now. Right.
And Stephanie picked out 2 or 3 as well.
I took Boo Treat by PrimitiveHare. I took Dorothy's Discovery by Silver Creek Samplers. And I took Baby It's Cold Outside by Heartstring Samplery.
Right.
So
we had a blast. We had an absolute blast.
Yes.
We went out. Stephanie went out and did a pickup of some delicious
hamburgers.
Hamburgers from Wilson's in Findlay, Ohio, and some delicious onion rings, and we sat there and had a little lunch, and we visited with a lot of people that somehow found the time to stop in, make a trip in. At the same time we were there. Yes. So we said hello to some of your viewers, some of our viewers, and that was fun. Yeah. And it was good to see Paul and Carlton are doing well. Yeah. And we'll show you what all we also purchased. Namely this one here.
It was literally all me. You didn't buy anything.
No, I didn't. Because
she was very well behaved.
You know, Pam's mane is going to be a big piece. It is. So when that ticket comes in, it's going to be a whopper. Although I did not, my frame, Paula said, was not on the expensive side. Oh. So I'm not too concerned about that. She's going to do a beautiful job. The fabric that I had stitched that on was Joblin that Marissa up in Canada had given me. And Paula said she's going to really stretch it good horizontally. It has a lot of give horizontally.
Yes.
And get it good and pinned real tight before she even orders the frame.
Right.
We talked about how close we wanted it to the border and everything. And, you know, it's going to be huge.
It's
even the people who watch our videos who were there, as I had it laid out on the table, they said, you don't get a sense of how big it is until you see it in person.
Correct. This is very true.
And we talked about where we're going to hang it in the house and this, that, and the other.
Yep.
You got some beautiful frames.
I did.
And so that'll be super fun. Paula will let us know when they're ready, and that'll be another excuse to
go up there.
To go up to Findlay again. It was just a great, great day. I don't see my friend Vicky as often as I'd like.
Yep.
And so we got to visit all the way up and all the way back. It is exactly 2 hours from my driveway to Craft Gallery. Exactly 2 hours, almost to the minute.
Yep.
So, fun day.
Yeah, good time.
Hello again to everybody that we saw there. Yes. And just a fantastic day. We were exhausted. Did I go to bed?
You went to bed before 10:30.
Before 10:30, which is early for me.
Super early, especially for a Saturday night.
But I slept right through till my normal wake-up time this morning.
Which is when? 7?
7:30, 8 o'clock, yeah.
Ooh.
So,
she's tired.
I made up for it.
I came home and took a nap, and then I was up to my normal time.
Yeah.
Which was like 4:30.
Yeah, so, anyway, it was a fun day. Fun to get out, and we had clear roads.
Beautiful day.
Beautiful, not a cloud in the sky. And they did have
heaps of snow.
They had heaps of snow, which we don't have down here. Just 2 hours away. 2 hours difference.
Right.
So,
and then in addition to that, I have a couple, 2 things I wanted to chat about. One is Keepsakes related. So if you're new here, first of all, welcome. And I wanted to let, this is the kind of disclaimer that I give whenever I discuss Keepsakes. So Keepsakes Cross Stitch is the local needlework shop to us here in Cincinnati, Ohio. It is my employer. I do not own the shop. Pam doesn't work there. It's just me. So when I say we or the shop, it's just my employer. I think most people have heard me say that now, but just in case you're new here and you're like, what is Keepsakes? That's what it is. I kind of serve, I have many responsibilities, but one of them is as kind of the face, if you will. I don't like that term, but the face of Keepsakes and letting all of our amazing customers
on social media.
Yeah. And letting all of our customers who happen to also watch Just Keep Stitchin' keep you up to date with what is going on at the shop. And so a bit of news, if you maybe you don't know, but every year there is an event that is called the Nashville Needlework Market. It is run by Yarn Tree Needlework Retailer, and it is held in Nashville, Tennessee, the first weekend of March. Typically. My memory of 2020 was that market was the last fun adventure that I had in 2020 before we came home, and like a week later the world shut down. At least my world shut down. So so there were talks about whether they were going to have it this year, and then they originally postponed it, and then they've just canceled it. And so
for this year,
for 2021. But Janice Note, who is the designer behind Noteworthy Needle, she came up with this idea to have a virtual market. And so there is going to be just that. It is called the Needlework Expo. It'll be held the 6th through the 8th of March 2021. And it is a wholesale show. So designers can have booths or rooms that are all virtual, and then the people who can attend are shop owners and employees like myself. So I am, another one of my responsibilities is doing all of these pre-orders for Nashville Market. Of course, it's not Nashville Market this year. It's Needlework Expo. So Keepsakes is going to be participating in the Needlework Expo. We're very excited to see how this is all going to go. I know that designers have been working hard. I know that Janice and her team have been working really hard. And, you know, just to get the word out there to people that this is what's happening. So I just want to let everyone know that if you have, you know, maybe placed a pre-order for market in the years past through Keepsakes, we plan on participating in the expo as well. And so typically what Barbara and I do when we go to market is that we, of course, order the pre-orders. We pick them up and pay for the pre-orders, but then we also do shopping for the shop itself. And the latter probably won't be very much this year, simply because of the world we live in. You know, Barbara usually has a big open house after market, and that's just not going to be able to happen. And so we're going to be focusing a lot on our customers' pre-orders. So we would love for you to partake in the pre-order process. And if you haven't in the past, we'd love to have you. So,
well, how do they know? I know there are sneak peeks on Instagram right now.
Yep. That's
which I think you were going to mention that.
Yes.
To follow.
So how do you know what's out there to pre-order?
Needlework Expo has been showing sneak peeks, and they're really peeks. They're just corners of things.
Yes. So
from the designers who are participating in this. But how would a customer know to pre-order anything if all they've seen is a sneak peek?
So as the weekend draws closer, what typically happens and what's happened in the past is that over the next few weeks in the month of February, designers will roll out their new releases that they plan on releasing.
Show the complete design.
So they'll show the complete design.
Okay.
Exactly. So for right now, it's just more or less teasers. Your pro tips for finding out what is going to be released at Needlework Expo is to, one, follow your favorite designers on social media.
Okay.
Whether that's on their Facebook pages, get their newsletter, follow them on Instagram, all of those things. Most designers have some sort of social media, whether it's, again, a Facebook page or an Instagram page or whatever. And so if you know that you are a Hello from Liz Matthews fan, follow Liz on Instagram, you know, all the things. And she will be revealing those things as well. And also there are some designers that have FlossTube channels. Watch their FlossTube videos as well. I'm sure that they will be entitled something like my Expo releases, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And then also to follow the Needlework Expo page on Instagram.
Right, which is what I just said.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So they've been posting things daily with little sneak peeks here and there. And there also is a website that you can go to where it lists off all of the designers who will be participating. Okay. So if you want to know if your favorite designer is participating in the expo, going to the website is your best option.
Okay. And you're going to link that website.
I will link the website, and I will also list what the Needlework Expo Instagram handle is as well. I will also put in the description box the Keepsakes ordering email. Lenny and I share an inbox. So that is the best place for your pre-orders to go. If you want to call the shop, that's fine too. If you want to email Barbara, she'll just forward it to me. That's fine too. Whatever, excuse me, whatever you want to do will work. And so we are very, very excited that this is happening, because it's weird to think about a year in the cross stitch community without
new releases,
a big show like this. Yeah, for sure. So if anyone has any questions, you can comment below, or you can shoot me a message or what have you. And then I wanted to show a little bit of something that I've been doing this year that
that's right,
that I have never done before, but I mentioned that I was going to do it and that I was going to show you guys that I was doing it and how it looks. So I have my 2021 Book of Days from Needlework Press, and I got one last year with the intention of doing something like that I'm doing this year, but then 2020 was the year it was, and just everything went to HE double hockey sticks in a handbasket. So now it's just a blank calendar. But this year I was like bound and determined to use this book as more or less just a track to see, not necessarily like how many hours that I'm stitching, but just like what I'm stitching on and all the and important events that happen. Right. So January is now behind us. And so this is my January pages. So each day, anything that is cross stitch related goes in the date box. So if I get a new start, then I circle the date. So like for January 1, I got New Year, New Start, started Santa's Village by Country Cottage Needleworks. Yep. And then I circled it. And then each day, then I write what I stitched on that day. So the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, you know, I worked on those on Santa's Village. And then on the bottom of each box, I would write, like, worked at Keepsakes, filmed FlossTube 183, 182, that kind of thing. And then, on there's like a notes and musings thing over here. And so anything that I want to like look back and remember that, okay, this happened in January of 2021. Some cross-stitch related, some not cross-stitch related. I like to write that. So like January 24th was Fiona the Hippo's 4th birthday. Very important to me. That kind of thing. And like inauguration day and all of that. So,
cool.
So yeah. So, and then you might be wondering about the stickers. And so I've been using 3 different sticker books. So I fill that out every night. I try really hard to do that. So first I have, I'm sure that you've seen this. This is the Antiquarian sticker book. I got this for Christmas from Pam. And there are over 1,000 exquisite Victorian stickers. So Liz, hello from Liz Matthews, she was the one who showed me this. And so I've been using stickers out of this. The tabs are pages with like monthly themed stickers. So for example, so I started my February page, obviously. So they have a whole page with letters. So I took the F for February, and then this little rose, and then that sticker I'll get to. And okay. I'm like, what did I write with it? And then, so in addition to that, so then, for example, one of these tabbed pages has like some pink flowers. So I know that like for February, I want everything to be pink.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay.
And then, so like for January, everything was very like blue and white and
wintry looking.
So like, I got a penguin, I got a blue flower, I got a polar bear, I got a blue jay, birdie. And yeah, and then, but I also have these 2 other sticker books. The first is Charlie Harper's Birds, and these are 170. They say reusable stickers. I don't know if I'm going to necessarily reuse them, but they're all Charlie Harper birds, including this cute little cardinal. And then I have the Charlie Harper Tree of Life sticker book with all of these animal stickers inside. There's 175 stickers, and that is where I got this sticker. That's Charlie Harper. Mm-hmm. And then also that's where I got this penguin. That's Charlie Harper. And then the blue jay, Charlie Harper. And the hippo, Charlie Harper. So it's been really fun to kind of mix and match. I don't necessarily want everything covered because I want to be able to read it still. So, yeah, so I've been doing it themed. So then in March, everything will be green, you know, that kind of thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that's kind of my idea with that. In case someone has the 2021 Book of Days and you're kind of like, I don't really know exactly what I want to do with mine. That's been really fun. It's just a tracker to see like, okay, well, it took me this many days to finish the January block of Year Hawk Run Hollow. Yeah. Or this many days to finish the first block of Santa's Village. Whatever. But I think it'll be really fun to look back on my year this way, because I'm trying to be hopeful that 2021 is going to be different than 2020.
Let's hope.
So that's my plan with that.
Well, great.
Yes.
All right. Well, normally this would be the place where we would talk about Stitch Harmony, but we did not have any Stitch Harmony commenters this past week.
Nope.
So we're going to hope that somebody who's looking for a stitching buddy uses that hashtag and comments on this video so that we have one for next week.
Yeah, so if you are out there in the world and you are looking for a stitching friend that lives near you, that you could maybe get together, or you could at least, plan something for maybe later this spring or summer, just to connect with them, and they live geographically near you,
right.
And you would like our assistance in finding someone for you, we would be happy to do that. Right. Just comment below and use the hashtag Stitch Harmony.
Right. This has been a rare occurrence to not have someone comment. We know that Tara in Canandaigua, upstate New York,
She
got several responses.
Cool.
So Tara, if you haven't looked at the comments from last week,
or is it
I
Tara?
know, I don't know, Tara or Tara.
You know who you are.
You know who you are, and several people did leave comments for you. So if you're watching, or when you watch this episode, go back and find those people. There seem to be quite a few in upstate New York.
Beautiful. Love it.
So it does work.
Works if you
and
work
we'll look for someone to use the hashtag next week.
Yeah.
So that means it's time for Pam's Pin Comment, and Pam's Pin Comment comes to us from Susan, and I might butcher this, Susan, and I so apologize. I'm going to say Mativier. Now, it also might be Mativier.
Ooh, I like
Mativier. A French pronunciation.
Mativier.
Mativier. I don't know. Metivier. There's another possibility.
So,
Susan, you're out there.
Susan!
And you're screaming at us, I know. So anyway, of course, we talked about Lizzie Borden last week, and I want to make a special, say a special thank you to, first of all of our wonderful commenters that we get every week.
Yes.
Whether we have a giveaway or not, you guys are great. And we made several, probably mostly me, made several missteps in speaking last week, and we appreciate all the people who commented. I guess the biggest faux pas was to say that Fall River was on the North Shore. It is not, of Massachusetts or Boston area. She said it's north of Plymouth. That kind of threw me off.
Oh, so that's my fault.
And I said it was on the North Shore. Fall River is on the South Shore.
South Shore.
No, wait a minute. It wasn't Fall River. Forget that. It was, what was the pattern last week? Duxbury. Duxbury. That I said was on the North Shore. Forget Fall River. Duxbury was on the North. I said it was on the North. It's on the South Shore.
Right.
Thank you very much. I think there were probably 20 of you people in Massachusetts
who were very unhappy with
Pam,
Pam.
you should be ashamed of yourself, and I am.
No, they didn't say you should be ashamed of yourself, did they?
They came close.
Okay.
But that's fine. I can take it. I'm tough. Anyway, but speaking of Massachusetts.
Yes.
What we also talked about last week was Fall River, and that is the home of Lizzie Borden, and that's what I plan to the Lizzie Borden pattern from the Primitive Hair is what I plan to stitch on Jody's, not Erin's, Jody's blood spatter fabric, and we talked about the little Lizzie Borden rhyme. I was also corrected that you don't have to have grown up in New England to know that rhyme. So, I am hereby
corrected. You stand corrected.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
I frequently stand corrected. So,
I try to get her stand correct as often as possible.
Anyway, so Pam's Pin Comment, back to which.
Yes.
Susan said, it was funny to hear your story about Lizzie Borden. I live 2 blocks from Lizzie Borden house.
Whoa.
It has been restored as a bed and breakfast, which someone else had also told us in a comment. I said to Stephanie, I don't think I would want to stay there. Stephanie said, sign me up.
I said, you wouldn't even go with me, Pam.
And I went, I don't think so. Anyway, I'll stay down at Susan Mativier's house 2 blocks away.
Cool.
But anyway, also Susan said this historic house recently went on the market for, throw out a number, people, $2 million. So I thought that was very, very interesting and kind of a summing up of all of our discussion about Lizzie Borden.
I agree.
Okay.
Thanks, Susan.
Yeah. Thanks, Susan, for commenting. And thanks to everybody who commented with a correction and a redirection and all that kind of stuff. We love continuing the conversation after the episode. Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. That's cute.
All right. Let's talk about stitching, shall we?
Let's. Okay. So. Okay.
Oh, look, she's digging to the bottom of her own pile.
Okay, first of all, this is just the largest project bag, so it's put on the bottom so things didn't topple. Okay? Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So, you all have 3 whips that I worked on this week. First is Year at Hawk Run Hollow by Carousel Samplings. I had just a little bit of the January block left to finish, and then I wanted to get the border of the February block done before I put it away for the month. And I did just that. And I am stitching Year at Hawk Run Hollow on 40 count sampler gold by Color and Cotton in all of the called for needlepoint silks using 1 strand of silk thread over 2 linen threads. So there is the January block all done and the February border done. So let me show you. So I added this situation down here.
Yeah, that's all you had left to do last week.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then to do the border, and let me just tell you, it's a good thing that I double checked, because in my brain
you thought it just attached to
I just thought it attached to this to the January block.
You would have been fighting mad.
I didn't realize that it was a whole separate block with the space in between.
Ooh.
So I didn't have to frog, thankfully, because I literally just glanced down at the picture and I was like, wait.
Yeah, wait.
Oh.
Oops.
Oopsie. So it's all good. It's fine. Yeah. But so this will now go away until I am done with my other project that I'm going to show you here in a second. So I do have aside from my 2 big 2021 projects, I do have a sort of travel project that I take with me if I have a doctor's appointment, or if I take stitching to the shop. I don't usually bring my stitching to the shop to stitch while at the shop. That's not my job. But in case someone asks a question about Q-snaps, or like, how do you stitch? Or like, how do you, whatever. Like, oh, I don't think I can see on 40 count or 36 or whatever. It's a good tool to show customers. So, anyway. So, my travel project is Good Company by Plum Street Samplers. This is an exclusive chart to acorns and threads. I don't think that they have any more left, but you can try. And I'm sure that eventually this will be released to the masses, but for now it was just an exclusive to their shop. And it came always fully kitted, all the things. And I am stitching it on the called for, which is 36 count Edinburgh linen in vintage country mocha. Edinburgh. Whatever. So it was Edinburgh. Whatever. No. Edinburgh. Whatever. So anyway, so yesterday when we were in the car driving to and from Findlay, I sat in the back seat and stitched, and on the way up, and then on the way back, I stitched for a little bit and then fell asleep.
And she fell asleep.
Yeah.
Which was fun.
So, so I got the whole roof done, and then the first 3 rows of, there we go, first 3 rows of that side of the barn. So, and this is using all the colorful colors, which is mostly Weeks, but some Classic Colorworks as well. And 1 strand of floss over 2 linen threads. And I love 36 count. I like 40 count and I like 36 count. So that was my, so then this will just go back and will stay in my stitch bag until I have a need for it again, which will probably be Wednesday because I have a doctor's appointment on Wednesday. So cool. And then the ongoing year-long project that you will see both Pam and I working on is Our Lasting Friendship by Blackbird Designs. This is a round robin with our whistle stop crockpot crew, and so all 9 of us have a piece, and then we're rotating it because that's how a round robin works, and then we're rotating it between all of us. And this round I have Katie's. Hi, Andy. And Katie picked her own colors. She's very brave. I would not have been able to do it. But she picked her own colors. It's a kind of a combination of Victoria Motto sampler shop threads and color and cotton threads that she had in her stash. She's stitching it on 36 count. I don't remember the name, but I know it's R&R. And she's using 2 over 2, stitching 2 threads over 2 linen threads. And so the second section is this bowl of berries, the 2 birds above it, this flower, and these 2 birds. So that's section
round 2.
Technically, I guess it's round 3, because round 1 would have been when we had our own.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
But whatever. Yeah. So this is technically round 3. And so this is how much I have done so far. So her colors are very different than the originally charted, but they're very, very Katie, and I think she's going to love it. So, it's just really interesting to me. So the first section you can see was down here, and then I'll come through and finish this. So, I started with the birds and then went down and did the bowl of berries, or the berry part of the bowl, and then did this flower and these, and then I have the basket left to do, and then the 2 birds, but shouldn't take me too long, I don't think. So once my section's all done, then I will take it out of the Q Snap and will show it to you in its entirety, but It's fun. It's really fun, and it's very Katie, like I said. So, this orange, this color, the darker orange that's in the flower up here, and then right here in the basket, it's Grand Canyon by Victoria Motto. It's beautiful. So pretty. So, so that's what I've been working on this week.
Well, great.
What about you, Pam? What have you been working on?
Well, the first thing I'll show you is
show your last
my lasting friendship round robin.
Yeah.
I'm working on Melissa's, and
I thought you already finished Melissa's.
No,
Yeah, this is Melissa's. But I thought you finished your.
I did.
Oh, you just said I'm working on, like you were still working on it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Another flub.
It's okay.
I have been working on Melissa's, and I did finish my section. Yeah. I think that we want to get them all done by the 20th of this month.
Yeah.
So, she's stitching hers on 36 count
River Rock
from
Color and Cotton,
which is a beautiful, beautiful fabric. And so I got my whole upper section done. Can you see that whole thing?
Yeah.
So again, it was the 2 little birds up top, the berry bowl, the flower, and the 2 bigger birds.
Yes.
And came out really nicely.
She also
and then
did
we
her...
also are supposed to put our initials in.
Yep.
So now the PS is next to the SS.
Yep.
And some of these browns and golds are standing out on this river rock
so
well. And so this was real fun. I enjoyed it.
She picked her own colors too.
And Melissa picked her own did her own color conversion too. And I was able to work on 36 without magnification. I don't know whether this 36 was a looser 36.
I don't know.
But
at
first I was like, and then I kind of, Stephanie said, you'll get used to it, Mom, and I did. And so I was totally fine with it.
Yep.
So mine is all done and in Melissa's project bag, and we will await further instructions.
Yes, from our fearless leader, Katie.
For who to send it to. So,
and I think I'm going to get mine done. If not, I don't think I'll get it done tonight, but probably by Tuesday.
So that was one thing I worked on.
Yep.
And then I also worked on, and will continue to work on, because it's one of my WIPGO calls.
Yep.
Is Cardinal Points from Long Dog and Journal Art.
Yep.
And I was about halfway done when I picked this up at the beginning of the month for WIPGO, and I made some pretty good progress from last week.
Look at
so
this.
I'm below. I had the two outer bunches of grapes done. So
this
now,
one?
yep, and the one on the other side.
And
but
this
I've
one?
worked my way over to the middle bunch of grapes and down to, this is the most southerly cardinal. He's holding the S in his beak.
Oh, I thought there was a worm.
No, see, they all hold the, except for the top one, his N is above his head.
Yeah.
But the east and west hold the letter in their beaks.
That's so cute. I didn't even notice that before.
And so
Pam, that basket is so pretty.
yeah. This is the picture I showed you is just a digital rendering.
Yeah,
it does not do
no
the colors justice at all, as you can tell.
Show it again.
Show this again?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Okay. Steph took it over to
oh, so pretty!
Keepsakes and serged it for me. So
I love it.
That is just a load off in terms of handling the fabric, because you know that it's not going to fray anymore, and it's just such a, you know, because I've been stitching long enough. Vicki and I were talking about this in the car yesterday, about how we used to put masking tape around our edges. Oh, those were the days.
Oh,
right?
boy.
Yeah, so I'm going to continue working on this.
Yay.
And that was it for whips for me.
Okay. So then that means...
Yeah.
Sorry, I was not prepared. I was too busy drooling over your, you know, your cardinal points. So hold on, I gotta get it. I'm so sorry. Just get ready.
Yeah.
So those were our whips of the week.
There you go.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, and then.
Oh my.
And then.
Beep.
Wow,
beep,
we haven't had a bell in a really long time.
Get ready, people.
But my other WIPGO call was from Tell an Emblem. Our good. Whoops. That was a
whip on the loose. Okay. So sorry about that. A loose whip.
Better than having a loop. Never mind.
Nope. Let's not talk about
anyway,
that.
our good friend Kristen, who's behind Tell an Emblem.
Yes.
Up in the Pittsburgh area. She's been a featured designer at Stitch Away.
Yep.
And she's just the nicest gal. And,
I would agree with you on that.
So I had one of her designs. This is Still Life Sampler Tulips. And it was the other call for February for WIPGO, and I finished it.
Yes, you did.
So this is Still Life Sampler Tulips. And it is on Winter Wishes from Hand Dyed by Stephanie.
Yep. Do not ask her why she used such a large piece of fabric.
Yeah, I mean, I've got, oh God, you know, I've got all this extra on the
I know.
sides and
It's
on the
fine.
top.
It is what
Who
it is.
knows why I did that?
It's fine.
No one knows. But I really enjoyed this. And I look at, do you ever do that? Do you think of what you were maybe watching on TV or?
Yes.
Or I do a lot of audiobooks, and so I look at it and I know exactly what I was listening to.
Wait, hold on. I want to show them this part.
What?
I want to show them the dragonfly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So that was Krynic. The dragonfly wings are Krynic.
And then you can see the Talon emblem tile.
And then she always gives you a little medallion, not always, but frequently, to sew on.
Yep.
And that's her trademark. And,
I love
beautiful.
it. It's so pretty, Pam.
So I was listening to a Civil War novel, and so it has nothing to do with the design, but that's what I think of when I look at it.
It's okay.
So, one down. One down.
Happy finishes, everyone.
You didn't cut that off, did you?
No?
Oh, okay. Seemed like you did.
Nope, I didn't.
Okay, you're the editor, so we'll find out.
Yeah, we will.
All right, so that means it's time to talk about our promotional items. And
yes,
we
it
always
is.
Talk about our friends
at the Twin Peak Primitive.
At the Twin Peak
At
Primitive.
the Twins.
Yeah, at the Twins. Twin Peak Primitive.
Yes, so... You okay over there?
I am.
Okay. So first we'll talk about our pattern of the week from Twin Peak Primitives.
Right.
And so what this is where we look through their library of beautiful charts. We pick something that we love, that we think that you'll love too. We tell the twins, they say, okay, and they make it 20% off for all of our amazing viewers for the next week. So, this week, we decided to go with something that was, a little romantic.
A sampler. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sampler. And we know there are a lot of sampler fans out there.
It's pretty.
And so we wanted to kind of bump it up a little this week.
Yes.
And offer you this at 20% off.
Yes. And the name of this week's chart is called what, Pam?
The name of this chart is called... Abigail Burk 1820.
Yes.
And we're going to insert a picture of Abigail Burk 1820 right here. Isn't that beautiful?
I love it.
Yes.
I love the colors. I love the whole situation.
Yeah. Run on over and get Abigail Burk.
Yes. So if you love Abigail Burk as much as we love Abigail Burk, 1820, and you want to get your hands on a copy of it at a discount, there are a few places where you can do so. If you want to get a PDF download of the chart, you can get that at the Twin Peak Primitives website, or the Etsy shop, their Etsy shop, Twin Peak Primitives Etsy shop, and you just add it to your cart. There's no need for a discount code. It's already discounted for you, so you're good to go. For the week
only.
For the week.
Starting today.
Yes. And then, however, if you would rather have yourself a hard copy of the chart, that's totally fine too. The place to do that, though, is only at one online needlework shop, and that is Threads Entwined.
Right. So
I will link all those places below so you can go and you can snag the pattern of the week. It's beautiful. It's a lovely sampler, so we think that you guys would really enjoy it. And then while you are there, we also highly recommend that you also purchase the Springfield 1817 sampler. This particular sampler, once purchased from any of those three places, the Twin Peak Primitives website, their Etsy shop, or Threads Entwined, once you make the purchase from any of those three places, your name gets automatically put on a list to potentially win a all-expenses paid trip to Europe.
Yes. The Netherlands and Italy.
Yes. Italia.
Yes.
Buongiorno.
Bologna and all that.
Raviolis.
Yes.
And cannelloni. That's all I can think of in the moment. And so we will be going to Europe in September, God willing. And we have 3 tickets, and there's 2 of us. So we want you to be the 3rd ticket holder.
Right.
So just go when you go purchase your pattern of the week. Just add Springfield 1817 to your cart.
Yeah.
There's no discount on the chart because if you win, you get a free trip to Europe.
Yeah. All expenses paid. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. That means it's time for
Mail
call.
Okay.
Oy, oy, oy.
Okay, can you put these back over there, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Happily.
Okay, so this arrived on Friday.
Okay, so hand me the paperwork there.
Hand you the paperwork.
Right here is what I want.
Okay.
So this particular viewer, his name is Mariva. What a beautiful name. Mariva.
Mariva. I feel like there's a rolling R in there.
And she lives down in Nolens. And so she sent an email and she said she would like to send us a food item.
We like food.
Food.
I'm down with food.
We're all about it.
No problem.
And so I said, great, and thank you so much, and how generous. And she said, should be there by Friday. And I said, okay, great, we'll be looking for it. Okay, Fridays is one of the days that Stephanie works at Keepsakes. And I think I've mentioned this before, I typically don't go to the door when the doorbell rings. No. I'm just not interested in any solicitations we might have or anything like that. And plus COVID. So the doorbell rings and I finish up what I'm working on, and then I go and see what may or may not have been left on the front porch. And I see this box leaning up against the side of my house next to my front door. And I'm like, what? What? It was a king cake.
Yep.
A full-size king cake from Nolens. Let us show you what was inside the FedEx box.
And the FedEx box was even decorated that said from New Orleans, like Mardi Gras box. It was
purple and yellow and green. All the colors. Yep. So Mariva, look at this thing. Holy cow.
So,
and the icing and the sugars are underneath here in little containers.
There's even one plastic doll inside the cake.
Well, that's what a king cake always has.
I'm well aware.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't think I had to explain that to you.
No.
Okay, so we took it out of the refrigeration.
I'm so excited.
So that we could show you if you didn't know what a king cake was. I think most people know what a king cake is.
So, yeah, see the little top picture?
It came with, the green and the purple and the white icing.
Yes.
So it's going back into refrigeration as soon as we finish. But holy cow, Mariva.
Can we have some of this tonight?
We can.
We've been waiting to eat it because they wanted to show it. And it says, sometimes a king cake arrives no longer in its oval shape and a little battered due to its handling during the shipping process.
It was fine, except you did have it leaning, and I was like, holy cow. Because, I saw on the outside, it said king cake, and I was like, yikes.
And it freezes great.
Yeah.
So that's what we'll probably end up doing, is cutting it into probably quarters.
So thank you, Mariva, publicly. That was amazing, amazing. And I guess it comes in all these different, it says traditional, cream cheese, praline, apple, chocolate, strawberry and cream cheese, and Bavarian cream. And we got the traditional one. I didn't know it came in all those colors.
Me neither. Look at the colors.
Flavors, yeah.
Oh man, I'm so excited.
And then, did you show this lovely Traditions of New Orleans leaflet came with it.
Yeah.
With all these, like, what a po' boy is, and a muffaletta, and the coins.
That's so cool.
Very, very cool. Very educational.
Love it. Yes.
We have been, when she was very little, we have been to New Orleans one time.
That little.
You were about 5.
I'd say 7.
Oh gosh, was it hot? Oh wow.
Very hot.
Drove back from New Orleans that year and listened on the radio all the way home to O.J. Simpson car chase.
So what year was that?
2000.
Nope, not 2000.
Not 2000. If I said 87.
87 was the year I was born.
Yeah, and you were about 5. All right, so help us out, people.
Nope.
She's gonna Google it.
Hold on.
Whatever you.
Fun fact.
95.
I was right.
95. That makes
7.
you 7.
Yep. just like I said.
I didn't realize you were that old. I thought you were a little.
Nope, I was 7 because I remember how freaking hot it was.
Oh, it was terrible. And we walked through the quarter, and oh my God, the sweat was just pouring off her face.
But we had a very cool pool. I like literally can close my eyes and visualize the pool we had at the hotel.
At the hotel.
It was lovely.
Which was not in the quarter. It was a walk away, but
it was very cool.
We went to a
Cajun. And I do remember a Mexican restaurant, not Mexican restaurant.
Cajun.
No.
Creole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Restaurant that we went to. It was so good.
Yeah.
And I was 7, and I remember it.
And there was a dance floor in the middle.
I do remember the dance floor, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, anyway, thank you so much.
Mariva, thank you so much.
Yes.
We are going to enjoy that for dessert this evening.
Yes, we are.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
So, next.
95.
Wow. 95. Wow. Good long time ago. Yeah. What was you saying the other day? You were looking at a chart in the car with Vicky yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, this isn't that old. And I was like, yeah, it was from...
I said, it was only 2004. And Stephanie goes, that was 16 years ago, Mom.
I was like, yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah, 16 years ago. Anyway, okay. So this package actually came to Keepsakes, which is totally fine. And this came from a lovely viewer. Her name is Rhonda. And first, I need to show you this card. Look at this card.
Isn't that cute?
And then it says, thanks from your biggest fan.
Aw.
Get it? She wrote us a lovely note. And she also gave us a little bit of monetary gift.
Right.
To get some meal
Get something to eat, you know?
Yep. And
it's all about food.
We used it. So
yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Rhonda. Mm-hmm. And then also in the package, okay, now these are, so I don't mess up, these are crocheted.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Crocheted.
So, okay, they're pot holders for the kitchen.
Yeah.
And look at them.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much,
and
Rhonda.
They're so thick and like so nice.
Yeah.
And so tightly crocheted.
Yeah.
And we love them.
Yeah.
And I love the little hooks.
The hooks are great. Yeah.
Very useful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Rhonda. And then she also included 2 charts that she thought that we would enjoy. The first is a P. Buckley Moss. Look at that mother-daughter.
What's the title of it?
The title of this is Sisters. So,
not mother-daughter.
So not mother-daughter, but sisters. So cute. And this is from 1983.
Ooh, that's pretty old.
38 years ago.
Whoa, that's pretty old.
Yep. And then this is a very early Prairie Schooler.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep.
Called Sunshine and Shadow. I'm sure that you've seen this if you've been around a while.
Yeah.
This is book number 11.
11
from 1985.
Yep. These are some golden oldies,
in
folks.
the original cardstock. Golden oldies. You're funny.
Yes, they are.
I mean, yeah. And they used 14 count Ada using 2 string. Yeah. That's funny.
I think there was a 3x5 that was kind of a miniature of that.
There was.
Yeah.
There was.
The Amish look.
Yes. So thank you so much, Rhonda.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. And then next, this package came from Crystal, and she lives in Wisconsin, and she is Tattletales and Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, on Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she sent us a little Valentine's Day package.
Pretty.
I love this card.
Yeah.
And so she made some homemade needle minders for us, and there are 2 of them that say love on them.
Very cute. Yeah. Very cute, Crystal.
See?
Thank you so much.
Well, they're little bottle cap needle minders, which are lovely.
Yes.
Thank you so very much.
Absolutely. Very thoughtful.
Tattletales and
Pop-Tarts. They made it through safe, too.
Yes. So thank you for that. Okay. Then, this next package came from our friend Roxanne. Roxanne lives in Kentucky, and we've met her at StitchCon. We've met her when we went down to the Elizabethtown Stitcher thing this time last year, actually. And her and her friend Kelly have come to Keepsakes before. So,
oh, yeah.
So, we know her. But her husband is a woodworker and has made some beautiful products. And she sent us some to try and to show you. And we thought in case any of you would be interested, we could show you them and pass on the information.
Right.
So I'll show you what they are, and then we'll give you all the information.
Right.
Okay. So what I gathered from the letter that Roxanne wrote us is that both of these items were made as solutions to stitching problems Roxanne was having. And so the first one is where she was trying to wind, not necessarily bobbinate, but so she puts her, here, let me get my, this is a good way to show. Okay, so she uses floss drops, from what I gathered, which is exactly what I used on my silks for Hawk Run Hollow. Okay, so these are floss drops. These are actually ones Kia made for me. And then I wrote the silk number on them, made the extra hole, whatever. But all of these are, as you can tell, cut. Now, how I got them like this was that I took the paper off of the skein of NPI silk, and then I just unwound it, folded it in half, cut it, folded it in half, cut it, folded it in half, cut it. Right. And I did that for every single one of these silks.
Right.
When I'm using like Classic Colorworks or Week Style Works or Gentle Arts, I can just make the one cut on the end of the skein, and then it's in lengths I like. But for DMC and for needlepoint silks, it's that fold and half cut situation. And so Roxanne does the same thing, and from what I understand, these are solutions to that. So that's what these are. And so, okay, so I have never seen, okay, so what you do is that this is a length and you wrap it around and then you can just lift it off and you can cut it and your lengths are there. So they're offered in, they're called winders and they're in 4 different colors. So these are the 4 colors. Cherry, cedar, poplar, and oak.
Right.
So I know this one is oak.
I don't know.
I think this one's cherry. I'm sorry, I don't know my woods.
Yeah, we don't know our woods.
But they're beautiful.
And they're smooth.
They're so smooth. Goodness. But they're very, very, very well made.
Her husband is extremely, extremely talented.
Yes. And they are $5 each retail cost.
That's great.
And they're
fantastic.
So well made. Okay. And then the other item, which is amazing, is a chart stand.
Yes.
They also come in the same variety of woods, from what I understand. And so she sent both Pam and I one.
Right.
So this one is the oak one. Show it.
This is, I cannot believe the quality of this.
Yes.
So there is a groove right here. There you go.
Yeah.
There is a groove right here for your chart.
Yep.
And it just, grab a chart. There you go. Fits right in there. And of course, you have it open to the chart to follow.
Yes.
And we determined that this
is magnet.
Is a magnet. So
your needle,
you can have it right on your side table next to where you're stitching.
Yep.
If you stitch at a table, like at a retreat or whatever, it can also. It's extremely well made.
Yes.
It feels good to feel the surface.
And I assume that this is what they call lacquer finish.
I have to believe.
Yeah.
Whatever he finished this in, this is top quality.
And so this is oak, and then this, I believe, is cherry.
Yeah, I would say so.
And see, I have the magnet as well. And like they're not super heavy at all. I mean, like I picked up the box that they came in thinking it was going to be super heavy, and it was not. Right. And so
these are beautiful. These are just beautiful,
stunningly made.
And for her to have her husband make these, just fantastic.
Yes.
And they do have What, they have an Etsy shop?
So here's, nope. So, okay, so she says, and this is,
that's right, Instagram account.
Yes. So her husband makes them.
Right.
And she also used to sell them at the meetups or retreats.
Right.
So now she's selling them from their Instagram page, which is the letter R, the letter N, the letter R, RNRWoodworksKY.
Right. Because her husband's name is Rich.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
I'm sure that she says that eventually, but...
Oh, okay. Well, it begins with R, so it's Rod.
Yeah. Rod, it's Roxanne and,
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Okay. So this is what she says. I prefer to put my DMC on thread drops. He used to help me pull it all off and fold it repeatedly by putting my varying lengths on one. He is pretty good at finding solutions to my problems. Yes, he is. If you start with your end in the middle, when you're done unwrapping, it should end close to the middle. Cut it in the... Yes. Then you're left with 18 lengths of floss if you put it on this.
There you go.
Which is perfect. And so these are, like I said, $5 each plus shipping. The pattern stands are $20 plus shipping and handling.
That's good.
And then she also has an assortment of other wood products that he's made, including horn books.
The horn books. Oh,
yes.
My goodness. You should see the horn books.
And he also can do custom items in various shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
The price depends on the price of wood, along with whether it's natural, stained, lacquered, etc., and size, of course. And okay. Sorry, I just want to make sure I see them. Okay. So the woodwork is sold on RNRWoodworksKY, both on Instagram and on Facebook.
Okay.
So they do have a Facebook page. And then Roxanne is Bluegrass Stitcher on Instagram too.
There you go. So if you have any follow-up questions.
Yeah. And then so what she says is that they take order through direct message on both Instagram and Facebook. And then she sends a PayPal invoice and...
Go get you one.
There you go. So.
Perfection.
Yes.
Absolute perfection.
Yeah, so thank you so very much.
Thanks, Roxanne, for reaching out to us and sending us those.
Yes.
And we hope that you get some business. I am going to keep your business in mind for the horn books because I think that's a lovely finishing idea for some of the Americana patriotic designs that I like. So,
yes, exactly.
Maybe some people will follow suit.
Yep.
Okay. Good. All right.
So that is all the mail call.
Okay.
So why don't you talk about your haul, Pam?
Well, let's talk about haul. And once again, our friend Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Listed something on Instagram that I said, okay.
Gotta have it.
You got me again, Mare.
Oh, silly Mary.
And I'm going to take it out of the plastic so you can see. This was something that she was ready to destash, and it's from Fine Needlework Designs from Jane Timmers, Fancy Work in Roswell, Georgia. I was looking for a year. 2002, Jane Timmers for Fancy Works.
That was
and
a good
it's
year.
called Sampler Scissors Box.
It's so cute. Look at his little sleeping.
And
happy.
Look at this adorable little box.
Little shaker box.
And it says Orleans Carpenters, Orleans, Massachusetts.
Oh,
yeah.
Isn't that sweet?
Had to get that.
There's
a little card inside, how to care for it. www.shakerboxes.com, Orleans, Mass. Our oval boxes are faithful reproductions of those made by the Shakers from the later years of the 18th century to 1955.
Hey, that's when you were born.
Yeah, the last being made by Brother Delmer Wilson at Sabbath Day Lake, Maine. Carefully selected cherry or bird's eye maple bands are hand carved at one end into narrow fingers, and of course, that's what you get there on the edge.
Sure is.
And the shakers discovered that this helped prevent splitting of the lapped joint.
Oh,
so
I see.
Is it like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So you get the lapped joint there.
So pretty.
And the bands are steam bent and fastened with copper tacks, which are peened over on the inside. The lid is bent around the box for a precise fit. The process is the same as used by the shakers. And
oh wow, most of this is over one.
Most of it is over one. It would have to be
small enough to
get
fit
in
in
this
there.
little
Yeah.
box.
Mm-hmm.
So then,
oh, it's over 1 and 32 count though.
Oh, okay. So
That
I
ain't
can
bad.
do that.
That ain't bad.
So I got a beautiful box, and I've got this beautiful little chart to go with from Mary.
So cute. You're going to handle that?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Yeah. So thanks, Mary.
So thanks, Mary. It all goes in that bag.
Yeah, it's shipped in record time.
Record time. This is the Lizzie Borden Took an Axe chart from ThePrimitiveHare. So I downloaded the PDF of that. I think it's going to look so good on Jody's fabric.
I agree.
There you go.
For what it's worth, I agree.
Lizzie Borden. And I also purchased I had to make sure that it was going to be appreciated because, you know, we don't always, but we sometimes assume that our handiwork is going to be appreciated by someone that we would like to stitch for.
Don't we?
And my son has really never taken an interest in, oh, Mom, would you please stitch me this?
Unlike me, who's like, here's 72 things I'd like you to stitch for me.
Yeah, no, Nate never has shown an interest, but they did just move into their new house in Albuquerque. And
moving on up.
Yep. And so I said, there's something I'd like to stitch for you as a housewarming. No one does housewarmings anymore.
Except for you.
Just kidding. And, but I'm not going to do it unless you really want it.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to send you a picture and you give me the green light or the red light. And I will not be offended. But because I got enough to stitch, I'm not searching for anything to stitch. But if you would like this, and he replied back within seconds and said, absolutely. So it's from CrazzzyStitch, and there's 3 Z's in there. CrazzzyStitch on Etsy, designed by Lucy Smith, and it's called In This House. Some of you have seen this. They're big movie buffs, and in fact, that's
putting it mildly.
That's putting it mildly. So this is all Star Wars themed, and you can screenshot that and read it. I'm not going to. But
it's so cute though. It's very
and I'm having Stephanie scout the internets for some appropriate fabric. I don't want to do it on the black.
No, just looking for more of a galactic
look. And so I'm going to, for our Whip It Good challenge within our local group, if it's a gift, we can start it.
Yes.
So and then you all ought to know that if you follow Kathy at Hands On Design, she always designs a Valentine design for their anniversary. She and her husband. And so that's the 2021. It's very pretty.
Yes.
That's what it looks like finished.
It's on her blog, so you can go search the internets for that.
And as you would expect, when I saw the fox forest from Owl Forest over in Russia, I wanted to get it because of our fox family and Stephanie's love of foxes. Going forward, I kept it in mind, and then they had a sale. The sale was in November, and it was a pretty good markdown. So I ordered it. I think it was November 18th.
That's what you told me. Yeah.
November 18th.
Yep.
If you happen to order anything from Russia or Lithuania, that part of the world, you need to be patient.
Yes.
It finally did arrive. I met the mailman at the door, and I don't use it. but I happened to see him walking up, and like I said, I don't usually go to the door, but this time I saw him coming, and I went to the door, and it was a package with a customs form on the top, and I thought, could it be? Could it be? And so it arrived.
It was.
So this is Sunday. What day do you think it came?
I think Monday or Tuesday.
Monday or Tuesday this past week.
Because it was at the bottom of the pile when I
And
organized.
we had a little conversation because he said, you know, sometimes I leave things here that are technically registered, which means you need to sign for it. And he said, if you aren't here, I've been signing for you. Is that okay? And I went, oh, please do.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it goes back and you have to go pick it up. And I was like, thank you. Sign for me. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine.
But anyway, it's hard to see this because it's teeny tiny, and you know their kits come in a box, and that's what it looks like. I'll hold it up real close.
It's so cute.
And we opened it up with all the stuffs. It comes with beautiful linen and beautiful threads.
Look at these threads. Look at those threads.
And,
will you just look at that?
Yep. And a needle minder and a needle.
Yep.
And a big chart all folded up. Owl Forest Embroidery.
Is this their Etsy shop or their website?
It was their website.
Website, okay.
It was their website.
Website.
And they were having this big sale, and I did message her. Someone in their company did get COVID, and so things got a little bit delayed for a while.
Oh,
and I said, I'm just letting you know, I haven't gotten this yet. This was around Christmas time.
Oh, okay.
I think. And then finally, and the holdup was that it was in customs in Moscow.
Oh, gotcha.
So once it cleared customs out of Russia, then it was smooth sailing. I think I told you, I said, I think I just got a notification.
Yeah, it was like in New York or something.
It's in New York.
Yeah.
So it's at their end.
That's funny.
It's kind of hung up. So I got that. Finally. And of course, we had to get, I'm going to slide these off. Slide one of them off. Everybody's been on the Bernie bus, right?
Yes, with the Bernie memes, with the mittens.
Yep. And our good friend Kaitlyn at Space Cat Crafting,
yes,
really worked hard on getting these needle minders made. And she said, I wanna make sure that everybody will be happy.
Yeah.
And we had been following along, just finding anything that was, anything in the way of a needle minder.
Yeah.
Or could be made into a needle minder.
I got a sticker for my planner.
Yeah.
And we got a thread minder for the fridge.
So the minute Kaitlyn was finished and she was ready to put hers on the market, I ran right over, add to cart. So this is, I'm going to switch it over to so you see it on the blank, because she left a little note. She's such a sweetheart. Yeah. So there he is. There's Bernie.
Look at him.
And so it's we'll link it below.
Yeah.
Her YouTube is Space Cat Crafting, and she also made these, and she sent two. They're the Rosie the River. Yeah, Kaitlyn. It is Kaitlyn.
Oh, it just looks like a Y.
No, it isn't. It's Kaitlyn.
I know it's Kaitlyn, but.
And she also sent two of these as a thank you. They're the Rosie the Riveter lady with a mask on, which is totally cool.
So cute.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
What?
There you go.
Oh, okay. So, great job, Kaitlyn.
Yes.
Great quality. I don't know if she's got any left. God help her now that we've talked about it. But,
we're not that big of an influence.
But anyway,
thanks, Kate.
That's
your haul?
That was my haul.
Okay.
So you might want to pause.
Stop.
Because, like we mentioned, we went to Craft Gallery yesterday.
Yes.
And they have beautiful fabric.
They do. They do.
Stephanie did a little shopping.
I sure did.
And I'm just going to sit back and watch.
Okay, that sounds great. But before I get to the craft gallery stuff, I have other stuff to show first.
Yeah, that's what I said. Wake me up.
Pam. If you're not interested, then these people aren't going to be interested.
Oh, they'll be interested.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
Until you drop it.
Pam, you got me flustered. Okay. So, my first piece of haul is from HollisHandsCreate. I never say it right. So, on Etsy. And I have her shop favorited. So this is a little Etsy tip. Favorite your favorite shops.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then there's an updates button, and you can go and you can see what new stuff they added. So she added some fox and rabbit fabric, which I'd been hearing people discuss and talk about. And so fox and rabbit is in Australia, and they've just started dyeing their own fabric. And so I was like, I'll bite. She had some fat 8ths, and so these are both 36 count fat 8ths, and the first color is Elephant Run. It's very denim blue. And so if you're wondering how big a fat 8 is,
yeah, it's a good size.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's 13 by 17. And so I got that.
Where is that fabric company located? I know you
Australia.
got it from, oh, did you say that?
I did.
Missed it. Sorry.
It's okay. It's because you were napping. Here, will you take that? And will you take this so I can put my stuff in a pile, please? Thank you so much. Okay. And then the second color I got, this is called Hog Bristle. And I've heard people talk about this a lot.
Hog Bristle?
Hog Bristle. They're in Australia. Maybe that's
maybe they use a bristle to
round up their hogs. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe a hog bristle is a plant. I don't know.
We don't know.
We're not Australian, so. But I know this fabric color is pretty. Okay. So, and that is HollisHandsCreate on Etsy,
right?
Which I will link below. I don't know what she has left because she was short. Like there was nothing. There was no 40 count left. So, but I'm sure that she's gonna restock. So, and then also I follow Color and Cotton on Instagram, which I highly recommend that you do. And she will sometimes post ready to ship fabrics. So whether they're like, leftover fabric of the month pieces or just random pieces that's ready to ship that you don't have to necessarily wait on. And this is a piece, it is a fat 8, 13 by 17 of 40 count King's Blue. And this was the December 2020 fabric of the month.
Ooh, so pretty.
So it was before our time, if you will.
Oh, okay. Before we subscribed.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But either way, it's pretty and I like it. Oh, that's the color. And we did the neutral.
Oh, that's why we didn't get it. Okay.
Okay. And then speaking of freebies.
Oh, that's Kaitlyn's card.
Oh, yeah. And it's Kaityn. That's,
Yeah, Kaitlyn.
That's why I was like, why is there a Y? Okay.
Yeah, that's Kaitlyn's card that did the burning needle mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then, my friend and yours, Liz Matthews, she, is doing a collection of complimentary free, charts that are, which she's calling her celebration smalls. And so where she's kind of like taking motifs from various different pieces of hers, combining them together to make freebies. And this is the second one in the series, and this is the Arrow Celebration Small. And this is what it looks like.
It's pretty.
It's beautiful. And you can get it by signing up for her newsletter. So I will link her FlossTube channel down below, and it is there where you can find all of the information. And she used Brother in Blue, which is so pretty. But she encourages you to use any...
right.
Oh, I'll take the fabric back. She encourages you to use any fabric and threads you have in your stash.
Of course.
Oh, cool. So, Threads Entwined, whom I love, we love. And she, every once in a while, makes project bags. And then she'll post them on her Instagram. And then you just say me please. And I did that with this bag. It's really, really cute. And it's a Valentine's Day bag with Alexander Henry fabric. I love this green cat. I also love everything about it. I love this woman over here. I love the Love Potion number 9 up here. I like her. I like them. It's just really cool. And then
it's a unique shape.
Yes, and it's Cabin Creek. Remember we had this problem the last time? Cabin Creek on Etsy.
Okay.
And I believe it's CabinCreekCreationz. But
okay.
Yeah. And
that's her line of bags?
Yeah. So if she has any bags that are available for sale.
Okay.
Sometimes she has them on her Etsy, sometimes they're on Instagram.
Okay.
And then that's the inside fabric, which is so cool.
Yeah.
But I love the top zipper, and so it's a little bit taller.
And square.
Which I like for
Q-snaps.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then inside of the little package that she sent me was a skein of artichoke from Color and Cotton. Comes in handy. A chocolate, which comes in very handy. And then, yeah, it is CabinCreekCreationz with a Z at the end. And she says, thank you, Trish, and her little business card. So I will, for sure, link her below. Okay, now it's time for Craft Gallery haul. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. Okay. Okay.
Rustle, rustle, crinkle, crinkle.
Oh, please. Talk amongst yourselves while I get this out of here. Okay. So, we've mentioned before that when we go to needlework shops, both Pam and I have like a bag or a box or whatever of charts that are partially kitted. That like either we need fabric or threads or whatever for. Craft Gallery, and this is just my humble opinion, is one of the places to go if you need fabric.
Sure.
They have a wide variety. They have a great system where they have a lot of it laid out for you to see. They are just, it's a really good place to go if you want fabric. They have a lot of selection of Weeks Dye Works fabric, Picture This Plus fabric, Lakeside linens, Zweigart bases, wide shoulder fabric, just Aida, even weave, linen, everything in between. So if you have projects that you're like, I'd like to look at different options for fabric, it's a really great place to do that. And for me to be able to do that on a Saturday when they were slam busy, I'll take it. So I went through my charts of partially kitted items and got some threads, got some fabric, that kind of stuff. And then sometimes I'll just go through my Stitch Before I Die box and pick out charts I love to start kitting up, because I just really like kitting things up. I really do. Okay, so first and foremost, so before I show you my giant stack of fabric, I'll show you everything else I got. So this is the 2020 Collector's Hearts. I had this chart already in my stash, and it came with the pieces of fabric and the embellishments that you need. And I like this big sampler. I mean, this is pretty, but I really love this one. And so, like I said, came with the fabric, but I needed the threads. So I got those 3 threads all from Classic Colorworks. So that was, I mean, this just went from partially kitted
to completely
to fully kitted in 2 minutes.
Right.
So
that was good.
Yay for that. And then this was the only chart I bought. And this one was from Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread. I've never seen this before ever in my life, but it's super cute. It's called Be My Valentine. And I love, so this is all one big project. So this is a Whitman's candy box, a heart-shaped candy box. And then there's a chart in here for that. And then there's stitching down here, and then how to construct it all together. It's so cute. So I love that. Okay. Then we are if you followed us through our Whip It Good challenge in 2020, you know that every so often, Katie, our fearless leader, will just randomly throw out new starts. Unexpected. Here's a little present for you. And so I wanted to think long and hard about what I wanted to do before I did it. And I have a series, you'll remember if you've been following us for a while, that I started and finished the first one of maybe 2 years ago, a year ago at least. And I have the other two in the series. I want to finish them, and I want to finish them all the same. And so those are Land of the Free by Little House Needleworks and Home of the Brave, also by Little House Needleworks. These both came with the threads. I don't want to show you the chart, with the threads. So I've stitched the first one. It's in the under the bed box. And I stitched the first one on, wait for it, 28 count mushroom Lugana. So I got myself 2 pieces of 28 count mushroom Lugana. And so we were given a new start.
On the 10th.
On the 10th. And I'm going to start Home of the Brave.
There you go.
I think. Yeah. And then I will add those to my whip pile.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. And then I took some Blackbird charts with me. Just to browse, So the first book I took was this, which is For My Friend. This is a still in print Blackbird Designs book. And the back cover has the 2 things that I really love. So I love this here. So cute. And then I love One Another here. So it is a monochromatic piece. Here's a really good picture of it. Love that. They call for using Mulberry by Gentle Arts. And I was like, okay, that's fine, but let's see what else I can find. And a line of thread that they carry, Craft Gallery carries, that Keepsakes does not carry, is Threadworks. And so I ended up going with this color, 10051. I want to say like cherry wine, dried wine, something like that. I don't know. Dried wine sounds gross now that you say it like that, but whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that that's going to be pretty. I didn't.
Mulled wine would be much better.
Maybe it was mulled wine. I don't know. But it's gorgeous nonetheless.
Right.
So I'll stitch it on 36 or 40 count, but with 1 thread. But so pretty.
Yeah.
So this book is For My Friend. Still in print if you are interested. So, like I said, I haven't picked out fabric yet, but that should be pretty easy to do. Okay. Then the rest of everything I'm about to show you is all the fault of Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch.
That's right.
Okay. So, she knows this. We had a discussion last evening about this. I messaged her at literally like 2 in the morning, fully expecting her to be asleep. She was not. Anyway, okay. So, she showed this, which is the Bells on Christmas Day. It is out of the book, The Bells on Christmas Day, which I already had in my stash. All of the projects in here are absolutely beautiful, but the one I want to stitch the most is The Bells on Christmas Day. And the call for fabric for this particular project is 36 count Oaken by Picture This Plus. And what I have found in just looking at so many Blackbird charts is that they really love to use 36 count Oaken. The chart I stitched for Sharon for our Secret Santa, 36 count Oaken. The Christmas Rose, one of their new releases, 36 count Oaken. And I love the fabric so much. And so I bought a whole yard of it. So a whole yard of 36 count Oaken. Good
investment.
I mean, like, where am I going to find a yard of 36? You know?
Just get it.
So it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So, yeah, I love it so much. So I got that. And they wrote like on a little piece of paper what the dimensions were for bells on Christmas Day. And then the rest I'll just have in my stash, which I'm very, very, very excited about. And then I had just kind of like taken mental notes about what fabrics Elizabeth Ann really likes, and what she stitches her stuff on, because everything that she shows, I literally just want to stitch them. I want to drop whatever I'm doing, I just want to stitch them. Like, they're all so pretty. And she picks great fabrics and all of that. And so, just made like a mental note, if you will. And so, she has rented and raved about 36 count sand. So I got myself a fat half of 36 count sand. Beautiful. I think there's some projects that are in the Sewing Club book that would be really great on. And then she also rants and raves about fawn. So this is a fat half of 36 count fawn. And yes, I did leave fabric there, okay? So, beautiful. I'm trying to stack them so when I show them, they're all really pretty together. Okay. And then I did get a fat quarter of 40 count Legacy, also from Pictures Plus. Yep. And then last but not least, I got a fat half of 40 count Maple Sugar by Lakeside Linens. Because Lakeside Linens. It's just a great neutral. So, here's my stack of fabrics.
Beautiful. Just beautiful.
Aren't they so pretty? I love it. I just want to go like...
Yeah.
Yep. Love it. Love it. Love it. So, thank you, Elizabeth Ann. Yes. So, I will list the information about Craft Gallery below. As far as I know, they ship. So, if you want to give them a call and say, hey, I watched Pam and Steph's video and she just went on and on about the variety of Pictures Plus fabric you have and Lakeside.
They may have left for Bermuda on what I gave them.
Oh, no, they did not.
Money.
No, they did not.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, but seriously, they have a really great variety. So, regardless of what count of fabric you stitch on, if you're looking for Pictures Plus or Lakeside, give them a call.
Absolutely.
And they would be happy to help.
Lovely to deal with. Lovely, lovely
And they're amazing people.
Yes.
And a special shout out to Patty.
Yeah, hi Patty.
Because Patty cut most, if not all, I think Carlton helped too, obviously. But she cut a lot of my fabric yesterday. And every time she would just come to me and she said, so, do you want the quarter or just the half? And I'm like, just give me the half, Patty. Just give me the half. So, it was a good time. Thank you so much for...
And our friend Vicki did well in the fabric department. She brought some charts up, and I helped her shop for some fabrics off the racks and behind the counter. And she was thrilled to get the fabric that she did for her projects as well.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So that
was
the haul portion
of the program. Add to cart.
Add to cart.
All right.
Yay.
Okay. That's pretty much it for us for this week. Yep. We don't anticipate any other big excursions in the coming 7 days. No. Hop on over to Twin Peak Primitives and pick up that beautiful sampler and get some stitching in. Yeah. I think we have, according to old Phil, a few more weeks of winter, and so no better season to stitch in than the chilly winter days. Yes. And we will see you in another week. Yep. With more fun and more stitchy progress, hopefully. Yep. And that's about it, right?
That's it. That's all I got.
That's all you got?
All I got.
That's all I got. So, until next week, I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is
Just Keep Stitching. Bye!